Station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Straight ahead on the news at noon, Metro train operator fired, why he's no longer working for the transit system. And later, DC police are looking for the car used in the deadly attack outside of a funeral home, what police are saying.
And temperatures continue to rise. The sunshine continues to stick with us, but are we concerned about very dry conditions out there? We'll have a check of that forecast here in just a bit.
Thank you, Damon. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Developing this hour, a Metro train operator under fire, no longer working for the transit agency after he was caught allowing a train to run automatically. Joseph Omo covers transportation for us. He has the latest on the investigation.
Hey there, it's called ATO, Automatic Train Operation. You can sort of think of it like autopilot. The train starts and stops all by itself, and the operator is just there to monitor everything and open up the doors. The problem is that ATO currently isn't in use with Metro, but that didn't stop one train operator from using it with passengers on board. So you've got the Washington Metro Rail Safety Commission. They are in charge of investigating all things that happen on Metro. They got wind of this in March of this year and found out the train this operator was driving overran a station platform, Innovation Center over in Virginia, by more than 100 feet. They had to actually pull the emergency brakes to stop the train. They also found out that this operator had been using ATO multiple times that same exact day. Now, some context for you. ATO is not uncommon. Places like the New York subway, they have it. Major transportation systems across the world have it. Metro itself is set to bring it back after over a decade of not using it, but they haven't brought it back officially yet. Now, during that investigation, it was discovered that operator was eating while at the controls. Yes, actually eating a meal, which is totally against the rules. That's a big no-no for a train operator, especially when there are passengers on board. Metro has confirmed to DC News Now that operator is no longer a Metro employee. Reporting here in the studio, I'm Joseph Omo. Back to you.
All right, Joseph, thank you. Happening today, DC Attorney General Brian Schwab is holding a news conference at 12:30, and he will be joined by other attorneys general from New York, California, Illinois, and Massachusetts. They're set to make a major announcement. It's still unclear what that announcement will be. For the latest, you can head to our website, dcnewsnow.com. Well, new this afternoon, consumers are expected to finally feel some relief in the grocery store and at the gas station. According to new data, inflation is easing across the country. Prices rose by just 0.1% from February to March. That's down from a 0.4% increase between January and February. Now, this could be a sign that interest rate hikes are working to curb inflation. Still, consumers can expect at least one more rate hike to come next month. And taking a look outside, the sun is out once again, but it's dry and a little breezy today. Could this mean that we should stay away from the matches today? Let's check in with meteorologist Damon Matson for the latest check on the forecast. Hey, Damon.
Hey, Mark. Yeah, you said it there. These dry conditions, hey, it's beautiful. No question on this Wednesday, but we are a little concerned with how dry it's been overall recently over the extended period of time. You couple in the wind and the dry conditions, that's how you get this red flag warning that covers most of western central Maryland over into West Virginia. We have the wind, and with how dry the fuels are out there, a lot of the grasses, the trees, one little spark could really cause some major problems to create a wildfire danger. Now, the red flag warning does not drop into D.C. and some of our southern counties, but really across the entire area, you want to be very careful. No burning whatsoever, and if you're putting out those lit cigarettes, anything like that, please do so very cautiously. The air is extremely dry. Dew points are down in the 30s and 40s compared to the air temp that's on its way up into the 80s. That's that separation there that really shows how dry it is. And then if a fire were to start, we have these breezy winds of 10 to 20 miles an hour that would really get that going. So again, just want to take some caution and note that as we go throughout the entire day today before that wind starts to calm down and we do bring back a little bit of moisture to the air. Now, aside from that, keeping that in mind here this afternoon, it is going to be downright beautiful, mostly sunny skies, temperatures well into the mid 80s, but could we get even warmer than this as we go toward the end of the week? potentially setting some records across the DMV. We'll have a full check of that forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. We have new details in the deadly Funkstown shooting. Police have arrested and charged 25-year-old Darren White. Deputies responded to the Joker's Bar and Grill early yesterday morning. That's where they found a man with a gunshot wound. He's now been identified as 39-year-old Erwin Redding. Redding later died at the hospital. Police tell DC News Now that the suspect turned himself in at the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Neighbors say they were shocked to hear what happened.
I've been coming to Joker's for quite a while, and it's a nice place. During the day, it's just the retired people, and they're all good people. Unusual. I heard 5 or 6 gunshots. The next thing you know, the police and the ambulances were there, and that's about all I know.
White is being charged with several counts of murder and assault, as well as several firearms violations. Well, a TSA officer at Dulles International Airport stopped a handgun from being brought on a flight yesterday. Officials say the gun was not loaded. The X-ray machine alerted officials of the gun. Police were contacted. They confiscated the weapon and cited the man on weapons violations. Well, according to TSA, so far this year, 6 guns have been caught at Washington Dulles. Last year, 25 guns were confiscated. In 2021, 19. And in 2020, 7 guns were detected. Well, D.C. Council member Zachary Parker says that there are too many guns in D.C., and he's introduced legislation to address the issue. The bill is called the Establishment of Reasonable Controls for the Firearm Industry Amendment Act of 2023. Councilman says that the bill could allow D.C. residents to sue people in the firearms industry for harm caused by guns. Well, developing now, D.C. police are searching for a suspect in the murder that happened outside of a funeral home. The funeral was being held for a victim of an unsolved murder that happened in Southeast several weeks ago. Police have released a suspect vehicle, and Lex Juarez has the latest from police headquarters.
Well, on top of the suspect vehicle, police have also identified the person who was killed outside of the funeral home as 19-year-old Terrell Coghill. Go ahead and take a look. Investigators are looking for this car, a white Lexus IS 350. They say it may have damage to the bottom front passenger door. And according to police, the shooting happened outside of Stewart Funeral Home on Benning Road about 20 minutes after the funeral for 24-year-old Stephon Carroll wrapped up. People were standing outside of the funeral home in fellowship when the car pulled up and they started shooting. Police Chief Conti says it was a targeted shooting. Coghill died and 3 others were hurt. All of this happened as police were sitting right there at the request of the family. But it didn't stop the shooter or shooters, and the fact that this happened is unsettling for the community.
Right now, because of the pandemic and economic issues and psychological issues and whatnot, it's kind of the norm now, and it's hard for us to wrap our heads around it to accept it as the norm.
Well, again, police are looking for this white Lexus IS 350. They say it may have damage to the bottom of the front passenger door, and police are asking for the community's help in not only finding the suspects responsible for the shooting that happened outside of the funeral home, but also for the suspects or any information that could help them find the suspects in Carroll's murder. There is a reward in that case. In Washington, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
And when I go to school, she called me 10 times. And when I pick the phone, she said, no, criminal is here, call police. And it's me, I call police for Alice on the county.
That man you just heard from there describing the frantic phone call he received from his wife yesterday while she was inside of a bank during a robbery in Arlington. 30-year-old Oscar Alreina is in custody, and Arlington police say that he is facing several charges, including bank robbery and abduction. Alejandra is accused of robbing the Wells Fargo on Washington Boulevard and North Highland Street in Clarendon neighborhood. Investigators say that he grabbed an employee, indicated that he had a firearm, and demanded cash before walking behind the counter. Detectives say that Alejandra then barricaded himself inside the building with 5 people, including 1 child, for about an hour.
Bank robberies themselves are not very commonplace. Neither are incidents in which we have individuals inside the bank. Our officers worked diligently to safely resolve this incident.
Well, investigators say they did not find the weapon. A Wells Fargo spokesperson said that there were no injuries to employees or customers. Consumers can cash in on electronics that may be collecting dust. Well, we made the discovery following a multi-million-dollar settlement. It turns out that you can earn even more than the payouts and the settlement being offered. Our consumer reporter Ben Dennis takes a closer look.
Well, we all remember these big box TVs from the late 90s and early 2000s. And if you still have one, there's a chance you can land part of a $33 million settlement. But hit the pause button. Selling it on your own may get you hundreds of dollars, and thanks to video gamers.
Old school games on old school consoles.
Everybody loves retro, and there's a whole community that is built around keeping these things alive.
Josh Hafkin likes to play games. He runs an online gaming gym in Silver Spring, Maryland, with camps, competitions, and training. But he's also aware someone's junk is a gamer's treasure.
At a certain point, old games and old consoles don't talk to new TVs anymore. In the same way that like your iPhone can't work with the old charger, like at a certain point the hardware and the software like don't match up, or the actual hardware of the console and the hardware of the TV don't match up.
Bulky TVs with cathode ray tubes, CRTs, they're the subject of settlements claiming TV makers fixed their prices. One settlement with Mitsubishi could land consumers at least $10, according to a federal court in California. But go online. Sellers on eBay list some of these TVs for up to hundreds of dollars. Take this Disney edition, $500, and people like gamers wanting a trip down memory lane may bid. Take Hafkin. He used to have this stockpile of CRT TVs.
It's an amazing world. The CRTs are very special. What ends up happening now is if you want to play the game, you got to be able to know that tech.
And if consumers don't want the added burden to go online and sell off an old TV, they can submit a claim for part of that settlement at crtclaims.com. Key here, certain models will qualify, and there's a deadline to submit a claim, June 13th. Ben Dennis, DC News Now, back to you.